We're learning today that the two-time Super Bowl winner Ben Roethlisberger is being accused of sexual assault in civil court now, not criminal. The Pittsburgh Steelers served with a civil lawsuit by a woman who claims he forced her to have sex with him last year somewhere in the state of Nevada. The woman is a Harrah's casino employee. She claims that it happened when Roethlisberger called an employee, who happened to be her, to the hotel room for help with a television set. Roethlisberger's lawyer denies the allegations in a statement that reads, quote, "The timing of the lawsuit and the absence of a criminal complaint and a criminal investigation are the most compelling evidence of any absence of criminal conduct." Roethlisberger, one of 9 defendants listed on the lawsuit. Joining us now is Mike Florio. He's the editor of ProFootballTalk.com, which broke this story. Mike, good to see you.
Hey, good to be with you, Shep.
And that gives an indication to our viewers about how long the satellite delay is. It's about 2.5 seconds, and I apologize for that thing, which I can't control in advance. But I wonder if any red flags went up for you when you realized what Roethlisberger's attorney has to say, namely that there was no criminal complaint filed, that he's one of 9 who was charged, that she was an employee of a hotel where he was staying.
Well, if there's no criminal complaint, and by all appearances there was no criminal complaint, that doesn't mean there might not be one, but it would have been a lot more persuasive if the complaint would have been filed at or about the time of the alleged rape. Now, that doesn't mean anything in the civil case, but it does make the average person look at this situation and say, what's really going on here if there wasn't a criminal charge made at or about the time this happened?
Right. I'm not saying that this is happening in this case, but at times lawsuits like this are filed in civil court, a long list of names with some of them you've never heard of, and then there's this one rich guy who's won the Super Bowl twice. Far be it from me to determine what's happened. I am not. I'm just saying that is one of the possibilities. What have you learned about the facts of this case and what this woman and the allegations contained within?
Well, you know, the facts relating to Roethlisberger, it's the classic he said, she said. She claims that she was lured to his hotel room under the premise that his TV wasn't working. She found that the TV was working. He didn't let her out. And then after that, it sounds a lot like what we heard several years ago involving NBA star Kobe Bryant, that there was some type of encounter in the hotel room. Now, whether the defense will be that there was something that happened and it was consensual or nothing happened at all, that remains to be seen. But there's not going to be any third witness who's going to be able to confirm or debunk what this plaintiff has to say. So time will tell how this all shakes out.
The accuser says that it was just he and she in the room, yet there are 8 or 9 other people who are accused in this same civil suit of similar actions. Where do they fit into all of this?
Well, actually, Shep, here's where it gets a little bit confusing. These other defendants are all former or current co-workers of the plaintiff at Harrah's Hotel and Casino in Lake Tahoe, and the allegations against them, they differ as to each person, but the gist of it is after this happened, there was an effort either to get her to not complain about it, to not believe her when she tried to complain about it, to invade her privacy by trying to help show that nothing happened between her and Ben Roethlisberger, and that's how all these other Harrah's employees ended up in this lawsuit.
All right, we'll report. You decide. Mike Florio, the editor of ProFootballTalk.com. Mike, it's great to see you. Thanks very much.